What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Just a quick one today because I want to talk about something that I seen coming from ESPN. It's about Sergio Romero, and basically Everton and Leeds United are looking to sign him up. And for me, I do think it's a worry because, of course, Sergio Romero is the best second string goalkeeper in the Premier League, if not the world, in my opinion. But I don't want this to happen, and there's been reports coming out that Romero is unhappy. Now, you don't know how true that is. I think I heard that on Sky Sports, that Romero is not happy because David De Gea's performance in the FA Cup and, the mistakes made. So, yeah, I think you just have to take that with a pinch of salt, to be honest. But yeah, so Leeds United obviously got promoted to the Premier League, and they're going to want to strengthen their squad. I must say, though, I'm very excited to see Bielsa in the Premier League. What a manager he is, what a character. Very exciting, and that Leeds are going to be back in the Premier League, and a nice bit of rivalry there. So yeah, him going to Leeds, I don't think there's much gonna happen with this story. For anyone in the comments joining, welcome to the video. Lau says De Gea still the best keeper. Yeah, look, De Gea's gone through a rough patch that has been over the past 2 years. I think it's been a long rough patch. But I think if Sergio Romero goes, which I don't think is going to happen, but if the reports are true and if Everton or Leeds do buy Romero, what's going to happen? Will Dean Henderson come back? Will he be our number one? And will De Gea be the second string goalkeeper? I don't think so. I don't think David De Gea will be happy. Now, I watched the video as well on Sky Sports, and it was a discussion about Dean Henderson, David De Gea, and they were talking about the drop in De Gea's form. And they said if he was to leave, might reignite his career. It might make him start performing better again. And I was like, yeah, do you know what? That does sound like it could happen. I think De Gea has just had so many mistakes, and I think a fresh start might be good for him. Of course, I don't know how possible that would be, because obviously he. So yeah, like, to be the highest paid goalkeeper in the world, it's going to be hard to get rid of him. Not that we want to get rid of him, don't get me wrong. But yeah, like, I just thought, what is going to happen? Like, I really don't see Dean Henderson being our number one next season, even though I hate saying it, but I actually want to see that. I do want him to be our number one next season, and just because David De Gea's form is gone out the window, and it's been like that for 2 years, and I'm just done. I love him, but you know what I mean. Sorry, in the comments we've got Teddy, and he says, do you think De Gea could end up with Leeds? No, I definitely don't think De Gea could end up with Leeds. I think Romero has more of a chance going there. If I missed your comment, drop in again, but we'll try and get to them. Alpha Eagle says, are you going to do a live stream on Sunday? Yes, I will be doing a live stream on Sunday. I have made sure I have no plans. And I'm going to be doing a watch along, so hopefully you can join me for that. It's going to be a very, very intense game and an intense watch along, because I'm probably going to be pulling my hair out. But yeah, so look, Sergio Romero, for me, I think the best option for everyone would be David De Gea as our number one, Romero as our number two, and then Dean Henderson on loan again. But realistically, is that going to happen? I don't think that Dean Henderson is going to want to go in a cycle again. He's proven he can do it in Championship. He's done incredibly well in the Premier League with Sheffield. So he got promoted from Championship to Premier League. Now, they've been epic all season. They've been outstanding. Yes, he's made a few mistakes. Yes, he's not the best keeper in the league. But can he fill De Gea's boots? Yes, 100%. I think so. So, yeah, it's a very tough one. It really is. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. So drop a comment and let me know what you think and who you think would be the best option. It's so hard because Manchester United have such a good goalkeeping bunch. We have obviously David De Gea, Romero, Dean Henderson. We've got El Gato, whatever his name is, Pereira's brother, Joel Pereira. We have Lee Grant. We have the new keeper who we've signed recently enough. He's only like 18 years old or something. Really good. Like, we have so much talent in the goalkeeping. You'd love to see them playing more, but it's a very tough one to call. I do think David De Gea's dip in form is just really affecting us. There was talk about the defenders not trusting David De Gea, and if they don't trust the man behind them, maybe it's time for a change. Again, I don't know how true that is. But obviously, if it's in the media, we have to talk about it. We have to discuss it and see what everyone thinks about it. To be honest, when things get leaked out of the dressing room like that, chances are that it has been discussed. Like, this story didn't just get made up, unless it's in the Sun. Did it come from the Sun? I don't know. But it came from somewhere, and it's been discussed on Sky Sports and stuff. So, look, we don't know. We really don't know what goes on behind closed doors at Manchester United. But what I will say is, I know if my goalkeeper was making little mistakes like that, and if, especially that Mason Mount goal, that would really get on my nerves, and I'd be like, oh, not again. You're doing everything you can to prevent this, and then a shot that should have well been saved, in this case, obviously there's many more cases, but that one in particular, it was just so silly. So yeah, like, if I was a defender and my goalkeeper did that, or just a player, outfield player, I'd be pretty furious, to be honest. And when it's happening a good few times, you'd get a bit pissed off, wouldn't you? But then again, obviously, that you could argue that David De Gea did stick with us for such a long time, and he was always there for us when we needed him, and he was just getting bombarded with shot after shot, and he kept us in it. And obviously we did reasonably well for the team that we had, the players that we had, the quality. We actually did well, and it is thanks to David De Gea. So look, I understand the loyalty from people. I understand the fans who just want to stand by David De Gea through thick and thin. But I just feel like, for me, I'm not that forgiving. I would have been, but after mistake after mistake after mistake, I just feel like, when is too much? When is it too much? When are the mistakes? When can you draw the line and just say, look, just take a break? I'm not saying drop David De Gea and treat him like shit and just, we don't want him anymore. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is, maybe put some competition in there. I think having competition in the team would actually help, in fairness. I know if I had to fight for my position, I'd work harder. I would work harder. I work hard anyway. But if someone came in thinking, right, I'm going to take your position now, I'd be a bit like, no, you are not. Do you know what I mean? So, David De Gea, a little competition is healthy. Why not? And I do think Ollie can be quite ruthless. Like, look what he did. He came in and got rid of loads of players, loaned out players that, imagine, like, players like Alexis Sanchez going out on loan. That says a lot. Because he's so shit. Like, he was so shit for us. Do you know what I mean? So, it is funny when you think about it. Comments. Okay, so we have Alpha Eagle says, as much as I love David De Gea, I think he should have position take up, as it will benefit Man United and David De Gea. I think, I just think competition is healthy, especially in a team like Manchester United. Obviously, goalkeepers, they can play every game of the season if they want, or if they can, if they're good enough, because they don't need to be running around. Their fitness levels is not as much as an outfield player. We know that. But I think a nice bit of healthy competition would be good. John Woodward says, strikes don't score, so get dropped. But I don't get why keeper making mistakes. Sorry, comment disappeared. Doesn't get dropped. Yes, I agree. Like, look at Jesse Lingard, for example. Jesse Lingard has been very poor. Very, very poor. Anything? No. So he doesn't get played. And I think with David De Gea, after making numerous mistakes, and don't get me wrong, numerous quality saves that have, yes, kept us in games. But, his saves may win us a game. His saves may help us. But it's the mistakes, like, everyone can make mistakes, but it's the mistakes that cost us games. The mistakes that cost us valuable points that we need to get Champions League football. Those are the ones I have problems with. Look, everyone can when it's really costly, and when it's going to determine whether you are going to be playing in the best tournament, the best, playing all the best teams. You can't just keep getting away with that. And I'm sure he feels bad as well. Like, but yeah, I'm getting a bit off topic because I was talking about Romero being wanted by Leeds and Everton, which actually makes me think of, what about Jordan Pickford? Because for me, I think Jordan Pickford is so overrated. Like, he's not a good goalkeeper in my opinion. I think he's so dramatic. He likes to dive and make all these saves, but he actually never really gets it. When I watch him and when I watch his attempted saves, I just feel like, what are you doing? Like, you're not good. I don't think he's good enough to be England's number one. Dean Henderson, 100%. I would be going for him. Nick Pope, quite a good. He's better than Pickford anyway. So yeah, I understand that Everton would be looking for a goalkeeper, and obviously Leeds want to up their game coming into the Premier League. They're gonna have to. I've heard they're actually after Cavani. Don't know how true that is, but Cavani is a free agent now. So yeah, imagine him playing in the Premier League for Leeds after him being linked to Manchester United for years and all other players in the Premier League. Imagine it was him coming to the Premier League with Leeds United. Like, hilarious. But anyway, you just don't know what's going to happen, really. Okay, Paul Michael Jarvis says, how can the outfield players criticise him? He's carried us for years without criticising them. Well, look, you can say that, and I do understand where you're coming from. But how do you know they haven't criticised him? Or how do you know David De Gea hasn't criticised the outfield players? And I know David De Gea carried United for a long time. I completely understand it. And we all love De Gea. This isn't like, I still think all the fans still love De Gea. But I just think a bit of healthy competition is enough. And he should accept it, He's the highest paid goalkeeper in the world, and he's making those mistakes. I think it's all right for your manager to drop you. It really is. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I do think that the players, it probably isn't true, but it has to come from somewhere, and maybe one player has just said, oh yeah, he's a bit shaky, something's up. And I think Spanish fans can be quite harsh, if I'm being honest. Like, just look at Real Madrid and their fans. Their fans have booed Zidane. Their fans have booed Ronaldo, their all-time top scorer. They've booed Bale. They've booed Benzema. These guys who have done great things for them. Bale scoring, winning goals in Champions League finals. Zidane being an epic player for them and winning loads, and then coming in as a manager and winning and winning and winning. What was it? 3 Champions League trophies in 3 years. That's absolutely nuts. And they're harsh, the Spanish fans. So I think after the World Cup, when David De Gea, it was a lot of his fault for them getting knocked out so early. And I'm sure he got bollocked. I'm sure he got hate mail. I'm sure he got his DMs just filled with just abuse. And maybe he's not gotten over that, and maybe that's why he's on such a dip in form. But obviously that's just speculation, that you're going to think of everything. Maybe his relationship isn't going well. There's so many reasons why he could be, why he's not himself. You just don't know. You really don't know. I'd love him to come out and maybe talk about it, but again, players don't really do that, do they? They don't come out and discuss what's actually going on in the media, really. But yeah, I'd love David De Gea to be himself again, to be a top class goalkeeper. I don't like all the abuse he's getting, and I don't like seeing other fans from other clubs making a mockery of him, because it's not nice. You saw what happened with Karius and stuff, and it can be really bad for your mental health. But it's hard. Do you know what I mean? John Woodward says he may be bored at United and needs a new challenge. I actually would be so happy for him to go off and get a new challenge. Maybe go back to La Liga. He came from Atletico Madrid, so you just don't know. I hear that they may be selling Jan Oblak, so there would be an opening for a goalkeeper. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'll read a couple more comments and then I'm going to sign out. So, Blessing Arolo says, I think Bale should go back to England or somewhere else in Europe. 100%. I think Bale is so underrated at Real Madrid. I'm not sure exactly what age Bale is, but he still has a lot to give. And yeah, I would like to see him come to the Premier League and maybe tear it up. Seeing him on the bench, falling asleep, pretending to have binoculars and stuff, I just think it's mad. And I really don't understand why he has a problem with him. But in fairness, there's always been an issue with Bale. Even the players have had issues with him. Courtois had an issue with Bale because Bale didn't want to go and have a meal with the team because the team were eating at 9 o'clock at night, and Bale was like, well, I go to bed really, really early, so like I'm not going to eat at that time. The Spanish are known for having their dinner very, very late. Trust me, I know, my partner is Spanish, and sometimes I'm falling asleep at the dinner table. But yeah, I just feel like there's always a target on Gareth Bale's back. And that's not me saying I want him at Manchester United. I think that boat has sailed, or that ship has sailed. But yeah, I do think he deserves a better team. He deserves to go somewhere where the fans will love him, and he'll be treated like with respect. Lau says, too much Malachi on Manchester. Don't know what that is. Blessing Oralo says he's about 31. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I think Bale will probably become a professional golfer very soon anyway, so we just want to see him play out the rest of his career, don't we? But anyway, guys, I am gonna go and leave it at that. But yeah, if you're watching this late, please let me know. Drop a comment. We'll keep the conversation going. And I'd love to know what you think about Romero, about De Gea, about Dean Henderson. And obviously, again, I will see you on Sunday for a watch along. I'm actually so nervous for the game against Leicester. We're away to Leicester. Yes, they don't have their full team. They're missing Soyuncu and Chilwell. Who else? They're missing, I think, 4 players. And yeah, but we have to give it our all. We have to just go out there for the win. No playing for a draw. Manchester United do not play for draws. So yeah, it's going to be a very intense one. So I will hopefully see you for the watch along, and have a lovely weekend, guys. I'll chat to you soon.